Man, I haven't seen y'all in a minute, but I'm back. But while I was gone, this guy here has had the internet messed up. And he's also coming after my friend, my sister, the Queen of Accountability, threatening her with a lawsuit. Why? Because she did her thing, which was to hold him accountable. Now, shout out to them boys over there in Canada, Abba and Priest, that did a whole breakdown about this man and his dang record. I mean, from his criminal record to his relationship records and then his scamming records as well. Y'all about to see all that, and then I'm gonna read y'all the messages that he had with the Queen of Accountability, trying to pretend like he was somebody else that was taking up for himself, but he exposed himself. You'll see. Let's watch.
Is it true that you put a smartphone in the car and you press the record button and just threw it back in there?
No.
Okay, blatantly.
Yes, she's making that up. Okay. Man, I don't know how to answer this, honestly. I don't know how to answer.
So she's not lying. There was a phone in the car.
But honestly, yes.
So, to give y'all some context as to what's happening right now, his ex-girlfriend proclaims that he was stalking her. She had to put a restraining order on him. He would leave devices like cell phones in her car so that he can not only track her, but listen to anything that she could be saying about him, or even if she had other men in her vehicle, he'll be able to listen in onto those conversations as well.
It sound crazy, then, man, whatever.
Why did we know in 2 minutes what it took y'all 2 to 3 weeks to figure out? Aaron the plumber.
So what happened?
So we were right, and it only got worse from there. I mean, Aaron the plumber, if you don't remember, was on the balloon pop thing, and then afterwards claimed that a bunch of people called his job and got him fired. Turns out he can't prove that ever happened. Most people don't even know where he works, so they don't even know where to call to get him fired. He even claimed that there was 500 plus calls. Nobody's been able to really find his job properly. So the idea that the internet found it, it's never leaked so far. And so there's been a lot of cast on that because he's been using that to promote his GoFundMe to get $15,000 to do humanitarian work. Truth is, he doesn't really have much of a track record doing any of that kind of stuff. So where is this all coming from? And then there was a post that came out that showed that he got mad because the GoFundMe got locked. And underneath the post, you know what it said?
What?
How they gonna hold my money? It's my birthday. Let me have a good time.
Wait a minute. I thought that money was supposed to be used for humanitarian work. Wasn't this the same dude that said he can pull 100,000 out the bank? Here we go. We got another Rhonda on our hands, y'all. Out here scamming folks.
No. Dead ass.
No.
Dead ass, he posted that. So he was going to use the GoFundMe for his birthday. So when we saw this goofy ass asking for, money, even though he got 100K in the bank.
Okay. But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
And he was out here spending it in the club like a goofy. Turns out, he wanted to use a GoFundMe for his birthday to be able to spend it like an idiot.
No, you're lying.
But it goes even worse because people are like, why are you bringing up his criminal history? But that's in the past. First off, I do think it's okay to judge people on their criminal history. That doesn't mean it's a final judgment, but I definitely think it factors in, especially if it's over a lengthy period of time. It shows me a lot of impulsivity. It shows me a lot of lack of control over yourself. And it gets me things to be like big red flag. He's already been found guilty of pandering, which is pimping in 2017. But racketeering essentially is the call. Charged with sex trafficking, all kinds of stuff. So this is, 5-6 years ago? Quick little update. Queen of Accountability, the YouTuber who did a live stream with 4 of his exes and did a deep dive research on this guy. If you watch a live stream, it's pretty intense. There's accusations of rape, stalking, beatings, harassment, and they provide a lot of receipts. They provide police reports. They provide text messages, logs, all these different things that really solidify that this guy hasn't changed at all. He's still the same career criminal that he's always been. And I know some people try to accuse these women of clout chasing, but you have to understand these women have been filing reports to the police over a year ago. How could they be clout chasing when this guy had never even done the show at the time and it was known to nobody? There's no clout to be gained. If you guys read the message, you can see that he's trying to get her to respond to him and she's refusing. And after she doesn't respond to him for a while, what does he do? He makes a very peculiar threat. He says, I'm going to call FedEx every day and I'm going to get you fired. Isn't this the very thing that he claims was done to him? Think about how twisted that is. You victimize someone in a very peculiar manner. Then you use that peculiar manner that you victimize in to make your own victim narrative. and you want to get sympathy for it. The reason why this gets more intense is that a lot of the behaviors that he showed towards these women, he's now showing towards this YouTuber, Queen of Accountability. What am I talking about? This guy had a pattern with all the women he dated. He would love bomb them. Within 3 to 4 weeks, he loved them.
For me, it's he's talking about falling in love, but it was only a month, it sounded like 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's it.
You fall in love quick and hard, my G. Fall hard.
I do. That's my problem every time.
He needed to be around them all the time. They need to stay around him. And if he didn't get his way, the text messages went south very quickly and very aggressively. When he didn't get his way, he would call their jobs. He would harass them. He would file threats against them from a bunch of different anonymous numbers. And you could tell it too is him because the grammar's really bad in all the text messages. And there's a lot of like repeated lines that seem very consistent. And now the Queen of Accountability is also being called from every direction possible and having herself being doxxed essentially through this process. He pretends like he's somebody else in all these text messages, but he kind of lets it slip that it's actually him, Aaron the plumber, because he goes, I'm going to take legal action if you don't issue a formal apology. Are you going to sue on behalf of somebody else? And it's so crazy to me how many random dudes online want to run and go to bat for this dude, when everything in his history and the way he acts says he's a big-ass pookie. He's the exact kind of man that women, you would criticize them for dating. If a woman chose this guy and dated him and then bad things happen, you'd be like, why don't you choose better? Why did you choose a pookie?
Exactly.
And now you're getting mad at these same ladies for picking up on the fact that he was a pookie right away and trying to stay away from his ass. We picked up on it. I have never on this show ever looked at a man's behavior and been like, this is probably the kind of guy who beats women behind closed doors. Ever. Go look through the logs. Go find it. You won't find it. What is it about the way that he was behaving that you guys were so ready to endorse and say it's nothing wrong with it, it's actually fantastic, that we all looked at and be like, no, this dude is off his kilter, and it's very likely that he'd be doing physical things to ladies behind closed door or other weird things.
Shout out to Abba for calling out men in the RP community that think that this sort of behavior from this man is okay because they felt as though finally somebody that's standing up to these women, somebody that's putting these women in their place. You can't sit here and say that you want to hold these women accountable for the type of men that they date if they choose to date this type of man. These are the type of men that y'all be talking about, that they should stay away from, right?
Where were your blind spots? And this also goes for mediocre tutorials and reviews. Where were your blind spots? Why were you not able to see what we see within 2 seconds? That's a question that you guys are going to have to ask yourselves. Because while you guys are endorsing this man and giving him the A-OK and calling him some kind of war hero, behind closed door, dude was one of the worst predators. The dude admitted to stalking his ex.
Is it true that you put a smartphone in the car and you press the record button and just threw it back in there?
No.
Okay,
She's making that
blatantly. She's just making that up. At a thin air.
Yes, she's making that up. Okay.
Come on.
Full of shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm trying to see how I can answer this.
I'm trying to see how I can lie.
Exactly.
I did. I had a phone.
Look at him. Look at him. We know.
Man, I don't know. I don't know how to answer this, honestly.
It's okay. It's okay. We know you did that. You did have a phone in her car, and you more than likely had that thing recorded.
I don't know how to answer this, but no, I didn't put no smartphone. I did have another iPhone that was in her car. I have 2 phones. Okay,
Aaron.
No,
I got 2 phones, one for the hoe and one for the hoe.
Let me break it down to you. I had 2 phones. One phone I do plumbing with, right? The other phone is my personal phone. I did leave the phone. I'm trying to answer this without sounding like a creep. So I'm trying to choose my words carefully, you know?
I did need, like, I got 2, like, you know.
You won't be able to answer this without sounding like a creep because you did something creepy.
I got that. It's just. Have you ever, like, if ever, did you ever have, like, if you ever have ever, like, have 2 phones that you phone with?
Carefully, you know, because they're going to crucify me. So don't think nothing. But I had a...
Brother, ain't nobody going to crucify you as bad as you have crucified yourself just in the way that you move.
Another phone, okay? I did plumbing services with this phone. The location was on this phone. Now, I'm in and out of her car all the time. I did know that the location was on the phone. Yeah, I always got location on both of my phones, but that's how I was finding out she was driving around too. Yeah.
So she
Telling on himself right now. He didn't say I mistakenly left the phone in the car. You intentionally left that phone in that car.
she's not lying. There was a phone in the car that tracked where she was.
The phone. That's why I was having a hard time answering this. She's trying to make it seem like I just got up, threw the phone. No, I had my tracker on. I had my GPS on there, and I remember. Yeah, I remember we had an argument about me leaving the phone in there. Yes, with the GPS tracker on there. She said, "Yeah," and I lied. Okay, yes, okay, I lied. I lied to her. I told her I did an airdrop, left the phone in there, but I didn't. I don't even know how to do an airdrop. But honestly, yes, the phone location, my location, what?
Okay, I'm not gonna keep playing it. This dude lying through his teeth. This scammer, okay, this career criminal, this trafficker, that's what he's about. Let's be clear. This is the man you guys are defending. And it doesn't even end there. The dude tried to do revenge prawn against one of his exes when she wouldn't get back with him. So he was telling, and these are, you can look at the messages. This is not hearsay. This is the dude y'all defended. All this to say, I don't want to go through everything he's done. Obviously, he's garbage. The real thing that's interesting to me is why were these men so fast to want to champion this guy when it was so obvious to so many other people that he was a giant pookie? You guys champion a man who's likely going to harm more women in the future. You want to give him access to funds to be able to attract more women, want to give him more publicity to be able to have more opportunities, not realizing you guys are essentially enabling a predator. Stalks his ladies, threatens them when they want to leave, put hands on something. Like, okay, what you want me to say? What you want me to say? It's not even about taking a victory lap. It's not even just the viewers. This is the creators. Like, MTR, I like the dude, but it was plainly obvious to everybody. Even the way you conducted the interviews, I'm going to be honest, you were softballing it. When he was saying weird sus shit like this, like, to me, that's a big, big, huge red flag. What do you think about that?
I didn't understand the people defending it. Just if we go to the base of the video and what happened, it escalated very quickly. But the basis of the video was us watching a dating show, and if you look at the behavior on the dating show, I do not understand what you guys saw. Well, didn't see. Nah, he did nothing wrong. Like, what is the state of the world, or in what world do you live in that you saw nothing wrong in the interactions that you saw?
That being said, y'all haven't seen my reaction to the dating show episode where Aaron was on there. I'm going to show y'all that after I follow up with this text conversation that Aaron had with my sister, the Queen of Accountability, because I haven't read that yet, and I'm real curious to see how that unfolded. Let's go. So this is how it starts. It starts with celebrity here getting these dang on missed calls from this unknown number, and then she has her automatic response thing here pop up saying, "Thanks for calling. I'm unable to speak at the moment. Can I help you with a text instead?" And then as y'all can see, it was repeated again. Then she got a response from somebody saying yes. Daphne responds back, "Who is calling this late?" Aaron, trying to pretend like he ain't himself, responds back, "I'm trying to figure out when you're going to apologize to Aaron the Plumber for sabotaging his name. You leak all his information, check the wrong states and everything. I'm considering having him sue you as well as MTR." And for those of y'all that don't know who MTR is, MTR was the guy that was interviewing him on that album Preach video. Daphne responds back, "Don't ever call me again. Don't get yourself into trouble. Get a life." Aaron, using improper grammar, says, "You're in trouble." Daphne responds back, "Sue away then." And then Aaron tries to call without her picking up. Then he says, "We can play these games. Since you want to play games and his life." Daphne responds, "Stop calling me. You don't threaten someone, then call. Dumb move. Do it." Aaron responds back, "Never did threaten you." Bro, you did threaten her by saying that you was going to sue her. It's right here. Did you forget? Do you not realize that you threatening to sue is a threat? Stupid. Daphne responds back, I'm already doxing you. Good night. He responds back, I'm promising legal action. Issue a formal apology. Daphne says, off. The guy responds, nope. Now I can expose you because you doxed him unfair. Daphne responds back with a bunch of laughing emojis. He responds back, what goes around comes around. Daphne responds back, everything I post is public record. She says she gonna send this information in first thing in the morning. Good luck to him. The guy responds back, please laugh and enjoy the game, because when the letters come and court responds, you won't laugh at all. Then she drops a whole bunch of laughing emojis. She's like, I'm laughing now, I'm gonna laugh then. Then Daphne says, all right then, send them. Please send them. Send them fast. The guy responds, we can do it at the same time. Let's go. Daphne goes, okay. And the guy responds, awesome. Your number is public too. Daphne responds, I know, Aaron. It's a business line, you dumb. Please go back to school. You're losing. Then he responds, no, you don't, Daphne. What response? He clearly don't know how bad he losing this dang argument against Daphne, because what is this? How do you respond with this to this? Daphne responds, if you're suing, why the are you harassing me? Do it, sue me. He responds back, this is not harassing, I'm informing you. This man clearly don't know the definition to any word, not a single word. Daphne responds, why inform the person you're suing? Get a new lawyer. Aaron responds, and this isn't Aaron. Oh, he forgot. He was supposed to say that this isn't Aaron somewhere up in here. Daphne responds, yes it is. Aaron says, at all, before you try and to defame him. Oh my God, this dude is a walking L. He continues, please lie and say it is so I can give him more ammo in a lawsuit. Still trying to pretend like he ain't himself. It sounds like he's trying to pretend like he a female. He do give real sassy energy. He continues, you're so full of yourself, it's insane. Daphne responds, blocking you now, Aaron. The text me number or a sign. Good night and good luck. And it's your. She corrects his grammar. And then he does it again. He comes right back after having his grammar corrected. This man says, you're so hungry for a checkup you would ruin someone else's life. Daphne responds, that's how I know you're a dumbass. That's how I know you're a dumbass. And then he responds, Aaron isn't from Louisiana, as if he's not talking about himself. He's from Phoenix, with all the laughing emojis in between from Daphne. And Daphne responds, okay, Aaron, good night. And then he responds, why would he respond like this with lawyers? You're so damn stupid. Why can't he get that word spelled correctly? God, you already got exposed in the live he did. He comes in with all these different phone numbers here, and then he's like, your address and your number was leaked. Do you like gruesome videos? And then he's sending images. All this stuff is coming from him, from multiple different phone numbers, as if it's someone else. He think he's slick. He lost before he even started. But that's all I got for y'all today. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. See ya.